Right. Here we are. I'm going to do some testing on these tires that I have already on the bike. I've already changed the front one out to the 20x3 and it fit on this rim pretty well. And I rode it around on the streets a lot. I got a cheap one. It's got a knobby on it just to test this out and see if it would work. And so far it's working out pretty well. But we're here to see how this does with these small tires versus the fat tire. I have it in torque and I also have it on pedal with throttle. We're going to see how this works out. Probably need to raise my seat up a little bit in case I do need to pedal more. What we're going to do is we're going to go through some of this sandy gravel and see how this works out. A pretty good little thin level here, and then it gets thicker over there. I want to see the difference between these tires and the fat tires. Swing around, get into some more of this thicker stuff here. I'm going to pedal through this. See, I'm bogged down. Yeah, I'm bogging down a lot. Yeah, I'm getting out of really tough. That was a lot. Let me go install these tires and I'll get back with you. All right, welcome to another episode of Trike Madden. Here on the Lectric XP 750, I'm gonna try and put bigger wheels on here. See the difference. You saw where I was trying to get through the dirt there. There's the wheels that came with it. Of course, there's no hub and spokes on it. These are the tires that came on. Actually, I was very fortunate to have an extra pair of these that were damaged, and Lectric sent me 2 new wheels. So I had these, and I got to thinking, you know, what if I can put a fat tire on these? Well, this is really small. I was actually able to put a 3-inch tire, 20x3 inch on the front, and it's holding up pretty well. I've driven it around testing it, and it's held up pretty well. So what I went and did is I got online looking around at BMXs and different tires they were using and how they're set up. I went around talking to some people at bike shops. Over at A1A Cycle mentioned that there was a bike shop or a bike company, which is jbi.bike. And that was after I'd got online and looked up in rims. That's what I was looking for, is to see if I could get a rim that was compatible enough for just a 4-inch tire, no bigger. And a lot of these rims are really wide. You've probably seen them, and they have holes in the middle, and some of them don't, but they're really wide. So I found some, and these are made by Windman BHL 65s. And what they are is they're 20x3. And it's 406 by 75. I will put up the description of these on my link below. So what I went and did is, I had mentioned about this company, how you send them your hub. And actually, these wheels I ordered off of Amazon. I didn't know that jbi.bike made these. They're the ones that carry these. So I ordered them off of Amazon. Well, I shipped this whole box down there, and what I did is I got a tool to take the spokes out, and I taped the hubs in a cardboard box to these wheels, and I dropped them off there Monday afternoon, and they were back to me by Friday, already assembled, and really nice. And I believe he put on here stainless steel spokes, and all these spokes, they don't make any noise at all. None whatsoever. They're so tight. They're done really well, I can tell. So we're going to try and put some fat tires on here. Look, finding another company that makes this kind of hub with the key is hard to do. There is a bike company out there that does it with these hubs in a wider wheel, but they will not sell them to the public. They're strictly wholesale. And what they mentioned is they won't sell them because they want to keep what they have in stock for warranty on the bike they sell, on the trike they sell. They're on a trike. You know, I don't blame them, but I gave it a try. But this is pretty cool. And for instance, these are not really, really wide. This is 60 millimeters inside. What you have to do when you get a wheel like this is you have to put the insert tape. There's a tape that goes around here, and it's real important that that tape fits right. I believe there's been a lot of folks out there that about tubes, how they keep getting flats. Even after they install the tube on the bike, not long after they have changed the tube out or the flat out, they put another tube on there and it goes flat automatically and stuff like that. So I've seen a lot of videos. I've done a lot of homework on this, learning about these. And there was a couple of videos I watched that were really good about when you're putting a tube in your wheel. Say you can stretch these a little bit, but I don't know. So we're going to see if we can even get this on the wheel. If the tape slipped when you put your tube in there, if this tape slipped and gets around any of these holes, your tube can go in that and it can puncture it. So it's important that these fit right. Let's see if we can get these on. One guy mentioned that you put the smooth side down, and I don't know how exactly that works, why you would do that. This is the way I got them in the pack. This is the way I received them. All right, now you're watching something I've never done before. So it's all new to me, which a lot of my videos are. If you watch me do the bearing video, I'd never done that before, but I thought about everything in my mind, what it'd take to do it. And I just went from there, what I thought I could do, and I think I'm gonna put it backwards, yeah. Because the smooth side, yeah, I'm gonna do it that way. So what I'm doing right now, lining up the hole here where the tube fits through, where the shader valve goes through, and I'm going to try and hold it here as much as I can. See if I can get this on there. Let's do this first. Let's turn it, because I think he may be right about the smooth side with the lettering going in. Wow, this might be something in itself to get on here. So we're going to see how this goes. There it is right there. You know, I would imagine that I could probably put something in there. Let's see if I put my feet down here. All right, now comes the fun part. From what I understand, these are really pain in the butt to get on. I'm using the tubes that came out of the original tire because they're 20 by 3.0, and they call for that. Let some of the air out. Hopefully these will work. None of this is sponsored. This is all out of my pocket, and I've done it within a couple of months gathering this stuff up when I can afford it. All right, so let's see how it goes here. Directional, you have to remember this side goes inward, and then there's your bolt hole. So we want to put this rotating this way for this wheel, and that'll be the left side. Okay, all right, yeah, so we want the tread going that way. All right, here we go. Where's my tools? Got that one. All right, now to put the cotton candy in there. All right, now we just got to get them set up in here right. Yeah. Yeah, they're slipping in there okay. Yeah, gotta make sure they're good and even. Yeah, there's enough hanging out here and there. Yeah, and they're pretty overlapped inside. There it is. Everybody that's done this before is sitting there going, oh man, wait. He's just beginning. All right, now let's push the Tannis piece in there. And what's cool is you can hear them kind of snap around the where they go in place, which is pretty cool. This is really tight on here, this wheel. Really tight. Push that over as far as we can. All righty, so now let's start here. So this is gonna be the fun one right here. Yep. These are tight. Oh, here we are. Picking back up where I left off yesterday. On Friday, I started this probably around 11 or 12 o'clock, and by 4:30, I was done. I actually had this on the ground. Both of these in here, got it really close, and I stood back up, and one of them flew off. I have no idea where it went. I have searched everywhere, even looked on the rooftop of the house. It was I've searched everywhere, under all the cars, all through this garage. I cannot find it. I had to just go buy another little pair of them. Hopefully these work, because I actually got into the box and found these. The ones they give you crack off. They bust while I was trying to do this. They just busted off. Then I had to get them out of the tire. Both of them. Junk. So let's try this again. And as you know, you see what I have to do is there is a valley here that allows this tire to get, you got to get it down in there. This push way down in to get it into that valley. And that's what I started doing with my feet. So hopefully I can push on this enough to get this down far enough into that valley to where I can get this put on. I guess what I'll use is this one, and this, I just bought this. I hope this is strong, and I hope they don't break. Now let's give it one more try here. Yeah, and even the guys at the bike shop, they were talking about it, how hard it is for them even with these tires. So what I've got to do, make sure that all this stays down in that valley. Whoa, just like that. That's what that one did yesterday. And I have no idea where it is. So I've got to press on all of this. I don't believe it. I'm getting close. Look at that. That was tough. I am not going to take any chance. I'm going to hold on to it with a pair of pliers. Let's see if I can get it on there. Oh, there we go. Let's see what's in there. 11 pounds. We'll go ahead and pump it up to 20. I still don't trust that valve. Let's just see. You know, these would be a lot fatter if I had them on a bigger rim. It would open these sides up more. But this is what I want. All right, what we're gonna do, I got the other tire on while the phone was cooling off. The one thing I wanna mention about people who have Tannis armor is if you follow the rules or the guidelines on having Tannis armor in your tires, as I've got this at 20 pounds right now. Some people run higher. I'm gonna see what it does at 20, but the rule with these, when you're done riding, you're supposed to let the air out. Because if you leave the air in and the bike sits there for a week, the pressure that's left in there is going to collapse that foam. You have to let the air out so that foam stays pliable. It stays the way it came. That's just what happens to those. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just, it can be a pain in the butt letting the air out and putting the air in every day, because I usually ride just about every other day or every day. I don't film every day when I ride, but I go do a 11, 12 mile ride every day, just about every afternoon. So you got to remember that. And I did choose these tires, these CSTs, because they're lighter. When you get into those Ultraverses and they're really heavy. I think I mentioned that before. I mean, they're great if a bike's doing 38 miles per hour. But being as slow as this is, I don't need extra pounds going into this. I mean, this one's not much heavier than this. I wish I had a scale. I'd scale them. But for right now, we're going to see that I'm probably going to have to take these fenders off. Right now, let's go ahead. I'm ready to put them on. Let's go ahead and take the bolt out. Let's see what it looks like, the difference. Wow, they're taller. Look at that. Put it right in the middle, more or less. Yeah, they're much taller. The fenders are probably going to have to come off. All right, I got the fenders off, and let's put them on. Let's do this one over here first. They were hard getting off because I guess I had a lot of Loctite on. From what I saw, there was a lot of Loctite on the end here that I squished too much in. All right, here, let's see. So I cleaned them off real good. There we go. Got rubber cap on. I'm ready to go plow some fields. Look at that. Lectric XP 750, the all new fat tire tractor. I'm gonna leave 20 pounds in them. Okay, let me turn things off and we'll go for a ride and go back down to the sand. All right, here we are, right where I was before. Right in the exact same tracks. Let's see what the new fat tires do. Wow. Oh, okay. I got back. Hold on. Coming around. Going behind the camera. That went right through there. Way different. I'll go slow. Yeah. Oh yeah. Right through the thing. Right through. What a difference. What a difference. What a complete difference. One more time. Yeah, I'm going right through the thick of it. Right where you saw me before. I got stuck here last time. I had to stuck. That's just the problem. One more time. The fat tire tractor is working. Look at this. I'm looking. Look at this. Look. Going right through it. Wow. One more time? Okay. Wow. That's just great. This is what I was looking for. Yeah. Right through it. Not a problem. Wow. I can't wait to try it on the beach. Okay, I'm going to hold on to my camera, and I believe it's faster by a little bit. It used to stay at like 16.8, 16.9. Now it's hitting 17.1 and up all the time. And yes, I can hear it a little bit. Let's ride down the road. Yes, I have this in torque with pedal assist and throttle. And I've got it on 20.2 on the tire size. Yeah, see, it's staying at 17 and higher all the time now. I think that little extra tallness in the tire is giving me a better ride out. No loss of power. My battery's staying good. But it's hitting at 17 a lot more, even in the wind. I don't have my filter on the phone, so if you're hearing wind noise, I'm sorry. And yeah, you can hear these tires, but this is so much better than those little wheels. I have more control. It's smoother. Yeah, it's a big difference. I noticed it right off. All right, I gotta be careful here. It's really crazy how it creeps up in speed now. It rolls faster. I mean, I'm 17 and up higher all the time now. All right, let me come to a stop. That was a one-handed ride, which is pretty spooky. Hey guys, thanks a lot for watching this. I'll try and post everything, all the parts and everything I put on here. I'll do my best to show you what I did. If you're interested in doing this, it's not hard. Maybe have somebody put the tires on for you, but getting the wheels done was great. By jbi.bike. The turnaround time, it was in Miami. I'm here in St. Augustine. I left it there Monday afternoon. I had them Friday by 12. That's the turnaround time. So there it is again. Thanks a lot for watching. I'm almost to 1,000 subscribers. That's pretty cool. I never thought I'd get here. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.